It's Conduit News Radio with Paul Harrell.
Welcome back to the program. Thanks so much for being with us. We have a very special treat calling in all the way from Pyeongchang, South Korea. We have Olympian on the program. We have Dominik Maerki is with us by phone. Dominik, thanks for calling in, sir.
Hey, thanks for having me here.
Yes, absolutely. So the reason, and there's already articles out there about this, but you are an Arkansas resident. You're actually married to your wife, Isabel, who is the daughter of one of the Conduit co-founders, Brenda Vassar-Taylor. So you live in Arkansas, but you are on the Swiss curling team. Is that right?
That's correct, yep.
So, well, first of all, just kind of tell us, I mean, how did this happen? How did you, how are you living, here in Arkansas? And I understand you get the phone call saying, hey, do you want to play, do you want to be an Olympian, an Olympic curler for Switzerland? How did that all happen?
Yeah, when I lived in Switzerland, I played curling on a really high level. I was close to compete in the last Olympics, 2014 in Sochi. Sadly, I missed it. And back then, I moved to the United States, and that's when I met Isabel, my wife now. And so I basically quit the curling for a year or two, and then I started again playing in Arkansas in the Jones Center. So that's a hockey arena in Springdale. And I practiced there once, twice, 3 times a week. I played some tournaments up north in Minnesota, Wisconsin. And this summer, my old team, they called me and they asked me if I want to join them to be their spare player in this year's Olympics. And first I was like, whoa, this is amazing. That's a great offer, but I'm just not as good anymore, and kind of like was sad about it. But then I asked the Jones Center if it's possible to practice on a daily basis. And surprisingly, they said, yeah, that's not a problem. And so I told that to my team, and they were like, yeah, we can fly you in once a month or at least like once every 6 weeks to Switzerland, and you can be with us for a week or two, and we can practice and play some tournaments together. And I thought, well, if I can do that, I need a couple of months, and I will be back on my old level. And so that's what we did. And right now I'm here in Pyeongchang, and tomorrow we have to win our game, and we will be in the semifinals.
Wow. That's great. So, yes, if you win your game tomorrow, you guys are in the semifinals. And so kind of tell us about that. Me and Joe were kind of looking into curling in terms of you guys have been doing a round robin, correct?
Yeah, so there are 10 teams here from different countries. The USA actually are also, they are qualified in the semifinals. They're playing the Canadians, I believe, tomorrow evening. And there are teams from, Great Britain, USA, Canada, Sweden, Norway, and those 10 teams, they play each other. So you have 9 games. And after those 9 games, the top 4, they will move into semifinals. And right now it's like we are in a tiebreakers for the last seat in the semifinals. And we play that tiebreaker tomorrow morning against Great Britain. And the winner of that game is in the semifinal and will play Sweden.
So at this point right now, tell us of the time difference. I mean, it's 7:30 in the morning here. What time is it in South Korea?
We have the same day, but it is 10:30 or like 10:40 in the evening.
So
I think it's about 13-hour difference.
Okay, yeah, 13
or even more.
Okay,
yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Wow, this is really, really interesting. So, okay, folks, we're talking with Dominik Maerki. Again, he's a Swiss Olympian. Also, he lives in Arkansas, lives in Springdale, or he's been practicing, at an ice rink up there. So, tell us, Dominik, you are also, and this is so great. Your profession is that you are a watchmaker. Is that correct?
That's correct. So everybody that knows Switzerland a little bit, some people actually they're confusing Switzerland with Sweden, which are 2 different countries. But Switzerland is well known for like their chocolate, their banks, and the watches. And so I'm a watchmaker, which is a quite common profession in Switzerland. And 2014, when I left Switzerland, I moved to Miami and worked there for my company, for Omega, which is a pretty big company in
Yes.
Switzerland. That's where also when I meet my wife down in Miami. And so I'm a watchmaker, an Omega watchmaker. And right now in Arkansas, I'm about to open up my own store. I repair every kind of watches, so like cheaper quartz watches, just some small bracelet adjustments. But mainly I'm trying to target the luxury watches, Omega, Rolex, Breitling, and everything else, because that's what I know the best. And I also repair a lot of clocks, so cuckoo clocks, grandfather clocks, wall clocks, all different type of clocks.
Wow.
Because I got lucky in my watchmaking school, which was a 4-year school. One of those years was only a clock repair.
Wow. So you're telling me you're an Olympian and you're a small businessman.
Yeah, kind of random, right?
Hey, that's great. No, I really admire you, and so you're going to open up the business soon. Are you guys going to have a website? Do you have one yet?
Yeah. So right now, it's been now over a year that I work for myself. So right now, basically, what I'm doing is once a week, I go to all the stores around town, Fayetteville, Rogers. There's Fort Smith. So yeah, quite a big area. And the ones that are further away, even in other states, they send me work on a weekly basis, and I fix everything at home. And I also have a lot of private customers, and they are usually coming to my house, or I meet them at Starbucks or so. But right now it's getting so big that I decided to open up a store, which is my next project right after the Olympics.
Okay, yeah.
And I do have a website.
Yeah, that little thing, the Olympics. Yeah, once that's over. Yeah, anyway, go ahead, give us the website.
Yeah, so my website is www.nwa for Northwest Arkansas watchrepair.com.
All right. Okay. So nwawatchrepair.com. That's great. Well, okay. So
That's correct.
So Dominik, you know, I mean, I'm a patriot. I want to root for USA in all things, but I think I'm rooting for the Swiss team in curling. Is that going to be? Am I treasonous for doing that?
Yeah, I mean that's totally fine. You can root for the USA right now because they're playing the semifinals against the Canadians. But in case we would have to play USA in the bronze medal game or in the final for the gold medal, then I think definitely you should cheer for the Swiss team.
Okay. All right. Well, it's a deal. I'm on. I think all of our listeners and all who are Arkansans are going to be rooting for you as well. Dominik Maerki, thank you so much. I know you probably got to get some sleep. Good luck in the games tomorrow, and we really appreciate you coming on Conduit News Radio.
Thank you very much, and again, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Look forward to doing it again soon when you get back home. All right, folks.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Yes, sir. That's Dominik Maerki. Or Dominik Maerki, I guess, and he called in all the way from South Korea, and it's like 10:30 at night there. We really appreciate him doing that, and wow, that's a great story. And by the way, Omega watches